34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy off the play fake. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity, unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. And here's Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Well, let's see. The Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. The kick by Gold is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught by Mike Evans. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to it quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A first carry for Rashad White. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Taken down back to the 34-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Brady. He'll find Fournette again here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Again, it's Brady. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this one caught downfield by Evans.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Mike Evans, 49 yards.
And the Buccaneers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
They go play action here. Purdy.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try to protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in off the tip there. Really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it in about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. When you got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succa. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go. 30 now to throw off the play action. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. So after the INT, it's Brady. Caught by Jones. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 46-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Throwing now is Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Brady to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Brady will try again on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. So Brady departs, and on it's Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. Succop's kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw, Purdy. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Play action, now Purdy. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage. He took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The final shot before half for Brady. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Hey, 66. Hey, Alabama. Hey, check it. No, 63 now.
To throw again on second down. Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Brady. The left side completion to Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Brady now on first down. Inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magical elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
First down, here's White. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. They'll set up a throw. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So Brady departs, and on it's Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanket in the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake. Brady. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's White. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Brady. Over the middle to Evans. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Brady now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Brady. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Rashad White. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that. Surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Suck up for the extra point. Now, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point. And this is going to be a delay of game. Extra point try now for Suckup. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll run with McCaffrey. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Purdy, big 4th down play. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Throw left side complete. That's right. Touchdown. Was shot right. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. And that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but...
and now they're going to fake it.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's got room. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He's going to get it again. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. But finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So Brady departs, and on it's Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Succop's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I've warned against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the ball, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, here's Mixon. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Here we go.
After one, 7-3 the score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
11 MT, take.
On third down, Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers will take over here just shy of the 30. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Brady. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. And Brady will sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of a yard, and it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. From midfield, here's Brady. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, this lead with coordinators really so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff. They have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now is Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw is Brady. He completes it right side to White. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 1 now. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert when they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that... He's got a man! Complete! Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Burrow will throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. They'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Brady going to throw.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. On second down, here's Fournette. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, it's Brady.
This one taken in by Otton. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Brady looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. Fournette running out of the gun.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette,
28 yards.
And the Bucs have cut it back within a score. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that the defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and there's a fake, and he's going to get two. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but step back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He completes it to Boyd.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
To the air again, Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt.
On on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. They use fortune on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
In motion goes the tight end. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. T. Higgins, 39 yards. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A shotgun give to Fournette. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 65 yards now on the ground at just 7 carries. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
13 more yards. That's a yard. Buccaneers. First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Julio Jones, 28 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud.
You did.
My bad.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. From way up at the 23. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still in enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Burrow looking to pass.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, we got to go score.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field possession to boot. On the draw, this is Fournette. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 28.
74 yards on the ground for him so far.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1.
He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he is going to have a Bucs first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Brady now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
14. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Gonna need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now Brady got to have this one. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Bengals use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be snuffed down. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the meadow lands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
tries a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here we go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Bucs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was the defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close one throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.